Attentive teaching, advocating calm, cultivating resilience.
Welcome to Attentive Teaching. I'm Cindy Schwartz. In this episode of Attentive Teaching, we talk about a nationally pervasive problem, bullying in our schools. The Pacer Center, funded by the U.S. Department of Education, has recognized October as National Bullying Prevention Month to relay the powerful message that bullying is not okay and should never be normalized. The Pacer Center tells us that 1 out of every 5 students in our country reported being bullied in 2019. That's 20.2% of students. What does bullying look like for students? Well, the Pacer Center tells us that it ranges from students being called names, being the subject of rumors, being pushed, shoved, tripped, spit upon, or excluded from activities on purpose. And the reasons why people are bullied include their physical appearances, race, ethnicity, gender differences, could include their sexual orientation, disabilities, or maybe even their religion. Psychology today tells us that bullies generally lack pro-social behavior. They're very anxious, they have trouble empathizing, can be paranoid, they can misread the intention of others, they see themselves positively even if others don't, and they have strained relationships with parents and peers. So what can we do as educators to address bullying? Well, I love the words of educator Michael Linson, who has written a guide to ending bullying in the classroom. And he writes, and I quote, "I'm your teacher, and you will not be bullied on my watch." He tells teachers to take care of it. Know your school's bullying policy. Work within the school's bullying policy. Have your own bullying policy. Send a copy of your own bullying policy and the school's home the very first week of school. Supervise your classroom. Watch your class. Watch it like a hawk. Be aware and be very proactive. Talk with bullies and their parents, and don't avoid these conversations, and have bullies write apologies. And here's what has worked for me in the classroom, and it's certainly just a suggestion. Since experts tell us that bullies are generally anxious and may have trouble empathizing, just consider this. Ask the bully in your class to be your assistant, maybe your technology assistant. Give this student an important role in classroom management and a chance to feel confident and invested in the success of the classroom. Contract with the student what their responsibilities are and how thrilled you are to have them help you manage and organize the classroom. You might be surprised at how behavior changes as you both work together. Also, build a strong classroom community by starting out each class with a morning meeting, or at least the most important question of the day, which should be, how are you? Let them respond and really tell them how you are feeling as well. Building community and trust enables each student to feel invested, and they might be less likely to lash out at someone within the community. Model self-regulating behavior like mind-body breathing, pausing, physically moving, maybe even singing. It all helps bullies self-regulate and be more reflective and less impulsive. We believe in self-care for all. Check in with students who have been bullied in the past to see if the bullying has stopped, and address it. Please address that if it hasn't. And ultimately keep consistent with rules and behavioral expectations. So to recap, keep vigilant, always looking for signs of bullying in the classroom, address it immediately, follow your school's policies, contact colleagues and parents, and most importantly of all, know your students, check in with them. Ask them how they are doing, and provide a safe space for them to tell you honestly without judgment. Assure them that bullying will not happen on your watch. Model love and support. It is contagious. Thank you for joining us today on Attentive Teaching. Join us each Monday for a new podcast that will help shed light on the challenges we are all facing in the classroom. Visit us at attentiveteaching.com, where you can find links to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest pages. Subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. This has been Cindy Schwartz. I wish you a beautiful teaching day tomorrow and great peace in your classroom.